Another stupid hat. How many of those goddamn things you own?
Wero, are you drunk again?
Bro, every time we go live, we got like 6 more people for you to fight.
Taking your soul, and I'm taking it back to Mexico, baby.
I'm white. That's literally what Wero means. White boy.
It's just you're like half Mexican.
No
heart.
Nah, that's not how it works. They have heart. They just didn't have enough.
Grab my beer, mijo. You try.
What up, man?
Yeah.
What up, Sunshine? How you doing, fam? That's a homie right there, man. She always holding us down, bro. Big Jace Fraser. Who's that? How you say that, Jace? Big Jace Fraser? I don't think I've seen him before. What's up, man? So today's episode, we're gonna bring Daniel on. It's just me, 619, and Daniel. We don't have any guests today.
No guests today.
Except Daniel. Nope. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down some of these OG Invasion matches. That's gonna be a big event for us. I know some of you guys. I know some of you guys were asking me in private messages if we're gonna talk about Streetbeefs Westcoast 11. It looks like we're gonna do that next show. We're gonna wait till it goes down and then talk about it. But we're gonna attempt to break down some matches today for the OG Invasion. But first, 619, you had a birthday recently, man. How old are you now, bro?
How old do you think I am?
I mean, I thought you was like 40, bro. I thought you was like 40 because the sun looked like it'd be fucking you up, and gravity too. Gravity be kicking your ass. But that's how I just thought. But I mean, I heard you weren't. What are you, 39?
42.
You ain't no goddamn 42. Brady jersey, but you're not watching the game. Hey, I'm calling you out, bro. You're not watching the game?
I'm watching the game right here. 14-7, baby.
That's what I thought. I knew he would be. He's 619 years old. Anybody don't know, 619 just had a birthday. And all his bitches drained his balls. Good job, man. Daddy Fat Sacks. I fucking love that guy.
One after another from Thursday to Monday.
Hey, bro, did you see Daddy Fat Sacks post that little video about me being a little baby?
Yeah, man. He wants that world.
He wants to smoke, bro. He got it. He fucking got it. I done talked to Martin and Alex, too. He come out to the West Coast. He got it. But if he can't make it out to the West Coast, I might have to make another trip out to the East Coast. We'll see what happens.
They could just beat his ass after you beat up Bad News.
Bro, you know I don't do 2 fights in a row. Not to mention, I don't know what kind of damage Bad News is going to give me yet, so I can't commit to 2 fights.
You got that. First round knockout. The usual.
The usual. We'll see what happens, bro. Bad News. He got a nasty right hand, bro. He got a real nasty right hand. We'll see what happens. What you think? What you think about Venom Black posting all dubs for the East Coast? What you think?
I mean, I did the same thing for the West Coast. I think we're gonna sweep.
Of course.
He thinks they're gonna sweep.
Yeah.
I think he take 80% of the fights.
Yeah, I think we take about 70-80% of the fight.
How many total fights is there? Over 10, right?
I can't remember. Oh yeah.
Over 10.
Yeah, there's over 10. There's like 12 or 15, something like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sunshine was asking about a drink earlier.
What are you
I
drinking?
heard about your balls in other chats. Yeah. 619 be talking about how empty those balls are. I got vodka. I just had a fucking bunch of vodka chilling. And then I'm mixing with Bang energy drink. That shit good as fuck though. Yeah.
Tequila. This shit is terrible.
22. Tank just said 22. You froze up, homie. That shit do look nasty. Looks like some of that cheap ass Mexico shit.
It's the raw tequila.
Good fucking question right there. What's the elevation at the yard over there? Does anybody know?
Is there elevation?
There might be. It's Virginia, man. They got mountains out there. I can't remember which mountains. Appalachian, maybe? I don't know. They got some mountains out there for sure.
I hope it's
bro. Daddy Fat Sack. Hey man, fuck off, bro. I know I'm looking skinny. I don't need to be reminded. Bro, seriously, I'm like Bro, look at this shit.
Look, he tweaked out. Let me see.
I am skinny as fuck right now, homie. Like super skinny. My fucking shoulders, my arms ain't got no fucking lump anymore. Ah, damn. Bad news got me getting tiny as fuck.
100%. Huh?
Yeah. Shoot, Florida got a negative elevation, bro. I'm from Florida too. Anyways, so we got OG match breakdowns today. Mostly, I think we're just doing East Coast versus West Coast, those matches. But later on, if we find out some matches, East Coast versus East Coast, we might. Sunshine, fuck.
The woman right there, man. Sunshine,
yeah, that's the Hummer.
You like that six pack? You like that little V-shaped rental stick?
Look, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we're doing some breakdowns today. We also gonna have Daniel on. So Tunde, can you bring the homie in right now?
The magician himself.
Yes, sir. Let's bring on the magician.
So
what up?
Before we talk about anything else, I just want to tell everybody, y'all see the posters going around and the fucking matchup posters and all that shit. This the man that's doing it right here. Like, this dude puts in a fuck ton of time behind the scenes putting this shit together for everybody. Because every time we get a matchup, Sunshine goes, hey, we got so-and-so and so-and-so. We're matching them up. Daniel, let's get a poster. So, like, Sunshine and Daniel doing so much for this fucking event. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, man. So I just want to give a big thank you to both of them, Sunshine and Daniel. Y'all killing it right now. Wait, Tunde, what'd that first one say? Sunshine don't what? Yeah.
I want to take
New Orleans, man. Y'all.
It's
cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, y'all holding it down, man. Stay safe out there. Sunshine don't play.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
She don't play.
Sunshine do not play. I mean, sometimes, but y'all don't get to see
that. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now we're skating on ice.
We ain't skating on ice, man.
Right.
Sunshine cool, man. She loves this shit. But yeah, for real. Like, Disturbing the Peace just said, man, big thanks to Daniel for real. And Daddy Fat Sex. Man, I can't wait to punch that dude in the face. I got to gain about 20 more pounds, though, homie. I got to gain about 20 more pounds. I'm going to come see you.
He's light heavyweight?
Yep. Yeah, he's 198. He's right there with us. What up, Alex? What the fuck kind of picture is that? Hey, Alex, why you got a tank top on right there? Why you got a gray tank top, bro? You know it's my shit.
Passed out.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be like Wero.
Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. He's biting your style. For one, he has your tank top, but two, he's passed out. And so those are both your style.
I stay passed out, bro. Yep. Pop a couple edibles. Good fucking night.
Yep. Out.
So yeah, let's talk about the first match.
Before we let's do that. And so can I just talk about the poster real quick?
Absolutely. Yeah. Fuck 619.
All right, y'all. And so today we were actually going to do an unveil of the poster, right? So the event poster, but it got kind of leaked this morning. It got leaked. And so now you have this kind of anticlimactic rollout now. And so what we're going to do, exactly. And so here's the thing. I'm super excited. Everyone else is super excited. I'm excited to the point where I know a number of y'all don't know this, but I'm actually going to be at the event. And so not only are they going to be there, but I'm going to be at the event. But however, I am taking a different path. And so I'm actually driving across the country to this event. And so I'm leaving Los Angeles and driving all the way over with my pregnant wife and my almost about to be 2-year-old son with me. So we're about to make this a family trip. We actually leave next week.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you leave next week? How long are you planning on driving, bro? Goddamn.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
2-week driving.
So here's the thing, right? It's a 40-something hour drive. And the thing is, I can't do it all in one shot or two shots. Right? I have a child, I have a pregnant wife, and so that's just not going to work. And so we kind of mapped it out. And so we took the time to really map this out, but also schedule our work around this road trip. And so it's going to take us 2 weeks to get there and then 2 weeks to come back. So we're going to be out for a month.
Damn.
God damn. Congratulations. That's a nice. Yeah, damn. Hey, so anybody paying attention to this, if y'all can throw Daniel a couple bucks, man, do that. Seriously, that shit is not gonna be cheap. And
No.
I know you didn't ask, but I'm asking for you. Fuck that. So if anybody, I know I'm gonna donate to the cause, man, because that shit is not
I'm
cheap.
throwing some money on the petrol.
Yeah, because and your wife pregnant, bro. You know she be eating, so y'all gonna be stopping. Yep. So,
well, I certainly appreciate that. But here's the thing,
man.
right? I definitely wanted to come out because I know that this event is massive. It's one of a kind. We know that it's probably going to be one of the biggest events of all time in Street Beefs history. And so I wanted to make sure that we were present, but also that I was present there for my birthday. So my birthday is actually October 1st. And so this happens the day after my birthday. So this would be,
that's dope.
yeah. And so that's how I was actually able to kind of convince my wife to come.
Yeah.
Without that,
Hey, do you drink? Are we getting you fucked up October 1st? Is that what you said?
No. I gotta make sure that I'm operational the day
Gotcha.
after.
No, that's understandable.
Sure.
So, and your wife obviously can't drink. Does your baby drink? Somebody getting fucked up.
It depends on which country. Some countries allow kids to drink. So.
They do, don't they? Not this one. This one
Not
prudish.
this one. Yeah, not this one. But I'm excited, right? I think overall, in short, I'm super excited. And so, one of the things that I wanted to do is make sure that before I took off on this road trip is to create as much assets as possible that we can share around to get this excitement up. And so I spent the time to create an event poster. Before I did kind of the one-on-one matchup posters that everyone saw. But this time I was like, you know what, let me create an event poster, one that people can actually print. So I think this is 11 by 17. So it's big enough for people to print and not be pixelated. You can hang up on your wall, especially for those who are going to be main eventing, like being the main event. And so I want to make sure that this is something that people can, when the event's over, they can hang it up and see, hey, I fought or I was there present. And so with that, I'm going to share what it looks like. I know a number of you already saw that, but for those who didn't see it, I'm going to show it now. And then from there, we'll do... Yeah, no one saw it, right? Exactly. No one saw it. And so from there, once I share it, and then we can talk about those particular matchups we're not going to talk about them all, but we'll talk about enough of them in great detail to give us from, our vantage point, how this all kind of plays out. That sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me share my screen. All right.
There it is. Fuck. Yes. Look at that. We got 619 and Venom Black, Cody versus Wolverine, Wero versus Bad News. Keep scroll up. Darkness versus OG Rampage, Shinigami versus Strike and Viking, Free Smoke versus KJ, 925, Pride versus Hardest Stone. That's a fucking gorgeous poster, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
The red and blue, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I love the fact that you picked a color for the West Coast, you picked a color for the East Coast. And we've been maintaining that. That's super slick, man. I like that a lot. Thank you.
No, I certainly want to make sure that it was standing out, that there were completely two different sides. It's not saying that we're beefing, right, within the Street Beefs culture.
It's we ain't Bloods and Crips. We just East Coast and West Coast.
or Democrats or Republicans, right? So it depends on which vantage point you're looking at this. And so for the most part, I just wanted to make sure that there was two opposite colors and that it stood out. And
it does.
I definitely,
it looks so fucking slick.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. And so here's the thing. I know a number of you will probably want a high resolution version of it so that you can print it for yourselves. And so we will not be giving out that link right now. I would say this, right? If you tune in to Sunday, which will be the episode of The Most Undisputed with Venom Black and Gorilla, we will share the link there. How about that?
Venom Black and Gorilla, who is that? That don't sound familiar.
And so if you tune into that show, we'll share the link there. We just want to make sure that y'all are showing us some love, y'all, right? Liking the video, making sure there's a lot of likes here, but also tuning into the conversation because this is a massive event. So with that,
hey, y'all see Shinigami talking about he gonna be hungry? Like we didn't know. Come on, bro. You stay hungry. We all hungry. I'm fucking starving right now.
Well, they got like
I've been,
White Castle
bro,
out there.
I've been on like less than 1,000 fucking calories a day for a month. I've cut 25 pounds in 32 days. This is fucking killing me. I've been cranky as shit too. Okay, sorry. I'm done. Okay.
All right.
No alcohol.
Exactly. Keep drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Fuck, man.
so let's talk about it, right? Because I just saw 925 Pride tune in and say, "Hey, I need this poster." And so let's actually talk about this fight.
Okay. So first of all, let's just get this the fuck out of the way. 925 Pride is gonna slice through Hardest Stone like fucking butter, bro. He's gonna slide right through this dude. I'm not taking away anything from Hardest Stone because the dude, he's a tough motherfucker. But 925 is on a different level, man. This dude is on a different level. Nuts.
He's at a pro level. 925 is pro level already.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes you say that? What particular about his skill set do you say that or defines him as a pro?
So here's two things that the pros have that we really don't have, that your common folk don't have. Okay, so one, they have the IQ. They know what to do, when to do it, and they don't have to stop and think about it. You know what I mean? Like you get somebody like me on the ground, I gotta think about what the fuck to do, or you know what I mean? Like Free Smoke just said, his wrestling so high level, he doesn't have to think, he just does. And because he can just do, he's got that muscle memory. He's already put the 10,000 fucking repetitions in everything he does. So he doesn't have to think about it. He just does. And he transitions so quickly. And, you know, his striking is high level, but I wouldn't say it's pro high level yet. But he's only 20 years old. I bet you by the time he's 25, he's definitely, you know, upper tier pro level striking.
Like 25.
But his ground, yeah, it's good. It's definitely good, but it's not super high pro level yet, but it will be. I mean, the dude just picks shit up. He's such a phenomenal wrestler. He's got what it takes to just slice through Hardest Stone. Super easy. Oh, thanks, 925. Yeah.
He's reciprocating the love.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Don't cry. Don't cry, though.
And so you don't think this is not going to even be close? It sounds like both of you already have written Hardest Stone.
Not even going to be close. Yep, I have written Hardest Stone. Don't get me twisted, though. Hardest Stone's got the striking. He's got a ground game. 925 is just on a different fucking level.
Yeah, I see first round finish. He takes his neck like he always does and makes him tap.
Yeah. He does. He's just so clean, so crisp. Like I said,
so,
think about the finish.
Yeah. So when I take a look at their fights, especially when I look at their previous fights, I certainly see openings for a 925. I always want to say Pride 925, but 925 Pride. I see tons of openings for him, especially, I think, one, because Hardest Stone, when he strikes, he sits up pretty tall. Right? He sits up, he's pretty straight up. He also he leans forward with one leg. He puts a lot of his weight on his back foot, but he keeps his front foot forward. And so I just see that it's an open opportunity for him to shoot in for a single, maybe a double. But what I also see is that whenever they're in close range, whenever someone closes the distance on Hardest Stone, because Hardest Stone, he likes to keep people on the end of his punches. He likes to be very methodical, very slow. He likes to set things up. And we know that 925 Pride is like chaotic. He will rush you. He will put the pressure on, especially when he's trying to get you to the ground. And so I certainly see whenever someone closes the distance on Hardest Stone, what he tends to do is he tries to take someone down, but he doesn't do it forcefully. Like when he's trying to pin someone down, he tries to hold their legs and he kind of folds forward. And so what happens is every time they get to the ground, his head is always in a headlock. It's always in. And so I definitely think that 925 Pride, that will be an opening for him. As soon as they get close, Hardest Stone normally tries to take his opponent down to make sure that his office isn't stifled. And I think that provides a great opening for him to take the neck.
Now, I see 925 just said these calf kicks going to toll bad for him. Honestly, I don't think so, man. I don't think you're going to need to do any calf kicks. I have a feeling you're going to throw a couple kicks, and then you're going to shoot, and you're going to take him down. Hardest Stone, I mean, he's not a bad fighter. he's just a little bit wild, and I feel like he's not as trained as 925. Like, I'm not saying Hardstone is bad. He just, like you said, he's just not as high level. He's really not. What's up, Bricks? How you doing, homie?
Say shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the one thing that I see here, right, an opening for Heart of Stone is, I mean, I'm pretty sure 925 Pride has seen the tape over and over and over. Heart of Stone actually throws an up kick. He throws it pretty regularly, right, to make sure that people understand, hey, if you shoot on me, you're going to catch this. And so the one thing, and he also sets up his offense off the up kick. And so what he does, he throws the up kick and he throws either the 1-2 or the 2. And so I see an opening there. So if CJ dives in for the leg, he could potentially get caught with an up kick, and then Heart of Stone jumps on him after that. And so when I look at those matches, those are the openings that I see for the most part, because outside of that, I don't. Especially when you look at the Baby Hulk versus Heart of Stone, you see that Baby Hulk was able to control him on the ground the entire fight.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the same time, Baby Hulk's a different animal too. But
I agree.
I think 925 is on the level of Baby Hulk though, especially ground game wise.
That would be such a badass matchup.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 925, don't take that shit personally. He ain't doing you wrong. He's just being objective, my man. He's just being objective.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it from both vantage points.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an
you
opening,
have to. Like some of these
openings?
guys, even the West Coast guys, are not going to like what we're about to say. Gentlemen, we're just being objective, okay? None of us are infallible. Like, for instance, when I fight Bad News, if he catches me with that fucking right hand, that might be night-night time. Like, I got to really pay attention to that. He's a great counterpuncher, and I'm not exactly good with counterpunchers. So, don't take it personally.
Yeah, definitely don't take it personal. It's just what we're seeing from the tape, right? Our observation, our analysis from what we're seeing. All right, and so for the most part, it seems like both of you agree that 925 Pride will take this, and so, but it also seems like there's a large consensus on the West Coast that that's going to be the case. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the West Coast, we all pretty much got 925 for this one. Again, not because that's Heart of Stones. He's a good fighter. It's just 925 is on a different fucking level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ready to go to Free Smoke and KJ?
There we go. Let's go.
Yeah.
What we got?
So,
who y'all got?
I'm be straight with you. I couldn't find any tape on KJ. Did anybody see any tape on him?
You know what it is? He changed his name.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's his name?
So his original name is Viking. So this is Viking, the former champion.
Got you. Okay.
And so I'm not sure what the name change was for.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a feeling. I was like, I'm pretty sure people are going to have a difficult time finding his tape. And so Free Smoke, if you didn't notice, that's who he is. And so that is Viking. And so now that
Free Smoke noticed because
Viking,
I think I saw him. Yeah, I think I saw him say Viking a few times, but it didn't click. So you just did it right now.
Right?
Yes, he fought Baby Hulk. Yes, correct.
Oh, yeah. It only has 32 million views.
Right.
Yeah, only 3 million views. Solid.
Oh.
And so now that you know that it's Viking, does that change your perception of the fight?
A little bit. Viking, yeah.
And this is a kickboxing
I haven't seen
match.
one of his fights.
Yeah, this is a kickboxing match. So for the most part, Viking has been in, I think, all MMA matches. And so if you take away his ground game, which he has actually a pretty good kind of he's not aggressive, so he's one of those where he's really slick in his guard. And so, but if you take that away and it's a standing match, I mean, who do you all see this? I mean, how do you see this playing out?
So I've seen a couple of Vikings fights, and so one thing Free Smoke has is, I've said this over and over again, Free Smoke's got a very, very high striking IQ because he strikes with everything. Like, he puts the art of 8 limbs to its perfect use. Like, the moment he gets close, he's throwing elbows, throwing knees. He uses his tools. I'm not sure what kind of match this is. I'm gonna do him. Hey, Free Smoke, is this a full Muay Thai match or is this a kickboxing match? KJ, Viking, his striking, I have noticed, is a little bit more wild than Free Smoke's, but it's effective. Like, the dude doesn't hesitate to commit with everything he throws. And I think that's not something I don't think Free Smoke's going to be used to.
They're going to be throwing some kicks in this one.
Yeah, when you watch some of Free Smoke's opponents, a lot of them have been very hesitant to throw with full committal. Even Oni, one of the opponents that beat him, he still didn't commit fully to everything he threw. And Viking is one of the guys that he commits with everything. So I think that's going to be new. It's fully Muay Thai. I mean, it's full Muay Thai. I got to go Free Smoke. If Free Smoke can maintain his aggression, and if he's got the cardio to maintain that aggression, you know what I mean? Like, you got to go hard with this kid from the gate and not stop.
Hey, KJ, I think, has a height and reach advantage on Free Smoke, right? How tall
I think he
is
does too. Yep.
That's what it appears. I don't know how tall he is,
Yeah,
but
I
he
can't
looks
tell.
tall. He looks
Yeah.
rangy.
Uh-huh.
But it also doesn't help that he's standing right in front of Baby Smoke, who's really, I mean, not Baby Hulk, and who's really,
Baby
really small.
Smoke.
Yeah, he might be Baby Smoke after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fighter, Baby Smoke.
All right, so whoever takes that name, you're welcome.
Yeah. Baby Smoke. I like it. That's dope as fuck. Wero gonna change his name to Baby Smoke.
This is gonna be a crazy ass fight.
Yeah, this is gonna be and I feel like he does have the reach advantage as well. But like I said, Free Smoke, he's got the knees, he's got the elbows. If Viking can keep him at bay, can keep him at range, then to be honest with you, he might beat him if he picks him apart at range. But if he lets Free Smoke get in, yeah, he's got to be very aggressive. He's got to get in there. If he lets him get in, then it's Free Smoke.
Yeah, one thing that I noticed when I've watched both their previous matches, is that one, Viking or KJ uses his jab pretty effectively. He sets up his offense through his jab, and so if he's long and lengthy,
we're going to talk about you in a minute.
Welcome to the
sorry,
live,
man.
man. Welcome to the live.
Yeah.
And so, should I say Shark Tank? Why do I right there?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. Let's finish. You know what? Let's finish Free Smoke and KJ, and let's just jump right into fucking WA and Keanu. Let's fucking talk about that shit since my man's in here right now.
So let's finish. Yep. Let's certainly finish the Free Smoke and KJ. So
This is a 50-50
one thing and so what I've noticed from KJ is that he utilizes his jab really, really well. He also follows with a kick. And the one thing that I noticed in Free Smoke's last fight is that he actually did not utilize a jab well. He does a lot of feints. And so he does tons of feints, and he was trying to kick the leg. And I don't know whether it was just because El Gallo was kicking his leg, and so he was trying to return the favor. But from the last fight, it didn't seem like Free Smoke was utilizing his jab as effective. And so when I see these two clash, I definitely see. What was that?
That was his hardest fight today, I think, Free Smoke.
For sure. But if you watch some of Free Smoke's other fights, he's not like, his hands are, no offense, Free Smoke, they're just okay. You know what I mean? He's not in there tagging the shit out of people. His bread and butter, honestly, is the clinch. Like when Free Smoke gets you in a clinch and he's in the fucking pocket, he rocks you with everything he has. But when he's outside the pocket, setting up, getting in the pocket, he takes some damage getting in the pocket. If he started setting it up like a little boxing, he damn near be untouchable out there.
I agree. Especially when you see it in the El Gallo fight, that when he is within range, what he's trying to do is get the clinch, but he's not setting it up. He's just trying to get inside, and then
he kind of steps inside.
Yep. He steps right inside the fire, and then delivers as much devastating blows once they're in close range. And I just feel like KJ is going to utilize that to his advantage. The fact that he is longer, he does use the jab, he does use his kicks for length. I know that both of them do. KJ in one of his fights was doing a question mark kick, and so I know that he loves to use those weapons. Mm-hmm. And so I think Free Smoke is going to have a really difficult time trying to get in there. But once he gets in there, he has shown that he can withstand pressure. Like, one of the most impressive parts about that fight with El Gallo is that El Gallo was chopping his legs, killing his legs.
Yeah, his legs.
And Free Smoke was persisting. He was moving forward. He continued the pressure, didn't care, and was delivering with force on his end as well. And so, I mean, when I look at the advantage here, I think that Free Smoke has the mental advantage. Like,
I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yep. He is persistent. Yep.
Especially when you see KJ versus a Minam Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never seen Viking or KJ fold like that before. Like, he folded, and I don't know if it was like
Midnight Warrior though. My man just got picked up as a pro, so can't really hold that against him. To be honest with you, you can't. Yeah.
But and so I see, right, is that to me, again, he has the skills, but what that does, it opens up opportunities for us to question his mental.
Yes. Yep.
And Free Smoke has had to answer those questions in multiple fights, especially with the only fight, right? He's had to answer that question. And I just think that when they clash, Free Smoke knows that he can withstand the fire. And I just don't know if KJ is going to be willing to deal with the kind of fire that Free Smoke is going to bring him.
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah.
So who do you think wins then?
If Free Smoke pressures him, keeps the pedal on the gas, he got some shot. Yeah, like you said, KJ could have picked him apart.
I got Free Smoke in this one because of his brain. Because, like you said, his mental, he's just going to turn it on and he's going to go. However, realistically, I bet Free Smoke wins this fight. But theoretically, I feel Free Smoke wins this fight. But realistically, I feel it goes all the rounds, and the Virginia Yard is going to call KJ the winner. I feel like it's going to go full 3 rounds, though. I don't see it.
3 rounds,
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think if it goes all 3 rounds, I think KJ does win. I think KJ wins with his length. He'll probably move better, and he will keep Free Smoke on the outside. And so I think Free Smoke would have to pretty much dominate this fight in order to get this victory.
Yeah. Like, honestly, if he doesn't finish him, I have a feeling that Viking's going to be pretty good at keeping him in range because he is. If he can't get in the pocket, Free Smoke's going to lose. You know what I mean? He has to get in the pocket. He has to go to work.
Yeah, I agree. And one of those ways is to make sure that he continues to feint, and so that KJ is throwing out his jab, and which allows Free Smoke to kind of respond, to react, to step in. And so, I mean, of course, you always got to be careful whenever you're sidestepping a punch, right? Because it might lead up to another kick. And so,
absolutely, yeah, you can't sidestep too much, but
yeah.
Okay, who do we say we're going to talk about a minute ago? I've been drinking.
You want to talk about WA?
Keanu. WA and Keanu. Yeah.
And so, who do y'all got?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, grind. Not everyone. And so,
I'll put my house on Viking with the easy dub.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Viking might win, but it's not going to be fucking easy. Like, Free Smoke is not going to make it easy. With WA and Keanu, I got WA beating the fuck out of Keanu. That's what I got. Like, beating the absolute shit out of him. Because the one I've sparred Wade. And that dude will stand in front of you and throw. He does not step back.
That old man is scary.
Yep, that old man is scary as fuck. He will just stand there and throw until somebody drops. And most of the time, it's not him.
And then what are your thoughts?
I think WA is going to just – oh, go ahead. I was about to say, I just said it. What the fuck you mean? What
no, yeah, because I think he froze. That's why.
619.
So I wasn't sure if he – okay, yeah, so 619. So what do you think? How do you think this plays out?
That's a scary old man. That's a scary old man with a lot of power, man. I've seen I never sparred him, but I heard he beats the shit out of everybody in sparring.
I have sparred him. Like,
he beats up everybody, right?
I stood toe-to-toe with him and threw down, and he beat me up a little bit. But that was a Wero 10 years off the couch.
Yeah, I seen him throw free smoke around like a rag doll in sparring. So.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, he'd be fucking free smoke all the time. He'd be ripping through some free smoke. I've seen a bunch of videos where he's sweeping the shit out of free smoke, but I have never seen a video where free smoke is sweeping him or doing anything to even remotely just annoy Wade. He's like a little fly just flying around Wade, just getting his ass beat all the time.
Yeah, I think he runs through Keanu, man, first round.
Yeah, yep, I think he does too.
Oh, wow.
Wade is a different animal. Yep. First round,
so you don't
he's gonna
think,
beat the shit out of him.
So you do not think there's any possibility that – I mean, what are some potential threats here? So you've made your decision. You made your choice.
Yeah.
WA is definitely going to win. And so what are the potential threats then? What does Keanu bring to the table that can change that outcome?
Keanu is fairly tough. I'll give him that. Like, in his fights, I've seen him take a little bit of punishment, and it doesn't seem to bother him until it gets to a certain level. Wade's going to throw that punishment in there, though. You know what I mean? So he's a tough dude. I'll give it to him. Free smoke. We just said don't take it personally, you little bitch. And you know what? Fuck that. I'm sparring free smoke September 18th. Fuck this.
Hey, you can't. I mean, when I look at those sparring videos too, I'm like, whoa, WA is giving it to free smoke, and so
yeah.
I mean, there's no other way around. There's no other way to interpret that footage, and so
yeah, there really isn't.
But
WA doesn't step backwards. He doesn't step backwards. Like, the other thing I see, Wade is a solid 198 pounds. Keanu's about 215, 220 right now. He's got a lot of fucking weight to cut in the next 30 days, if that. You know what I mean? That's going to be rough. To be honest with you, he probably won't cut it, but Wade will still fight him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to even bother trying to cut weight for what. No, it's Streetbeefs. It's all 20-pound difference.
It's all good.
Yeah, 20, 30 pounds. It's the old pride days, man. We'll fight anybody. Okay.
Yeah.
So Keanu said he sits at 235. Keanu said he sits at 235, but he's cutting the weight to make sure that he is at weight to fight WA.
He bet money he won't be at weight, okay? Because I started my cut a month ago, and I just made weight. Like, I'm 183 right now. Bad News said he fight me at 185 or lower. So I'm in weight right now. If you didn't start a month ago, you ain't gonna fucking make weight for this fight, bro.
Yeah.
But also, Wade's not going to care. Wade's going to go out there and just starch him. Wade's just tough as fuck, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, Keanu is tough, but it's a kickboxing match. It's kind of it's kind of Muay Thai. I think it's what the fuck is the word he used? I can't remember, but it's kind of Muay Thai, and there aren't many people.
Oh, you're talking about a modified Muay Thai?
Modified. That's what the fucking word I'm looking for is. Yeah, it's a modified Muay Thai match. We don't have many people. In fact, I don't know anybody who does Muay Thai as good as Wade does. I don't know anybody in Streetbeefs.
Too much experience, right? We've been doing it for
way too much experience. Like, he used to train out there with Kevin Ross in there, man. And Kevin Ross, like, that dude's an animal. So, like, Wade's an animal too. Like, it's a Muay Thai match, and there's nobody that's as good as Muay Thai as Wade is. You know what I mean? In all of Streetbeefs. Like, dead serious.
No, I agree. I think, WA has proven over and over and over how tough he is, especially for his age. Oh my gosh. It's like amazing to see a man function at a high level at his age.
Dude, right?
Exactly. I mean, soon we're going to be saying that about you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm 38, man. Yeah.
Knocking on 40.
Yeah. Keanu, no offense, bro. Like, you tough. You got solid striking, but Wade's just on he's another dude that's on a different level. Like, he's been high level Muay Thai striking for fucking, what's he, 50, 30 years? You know? Yeah. Like, dude's been doing it for a long time, man.
You got that old man
Too much experience. Yep. But I will say, Keanu is fairly strong. So if he catches Wade, he might drop him. Like, we've seen Wade drop before. Sun Woo dropped him, but that was in 4-ounce gloves. So I haven't seen anybody rock Wade in 12-ounce gloves at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, it came in an exchange, right? So Wade got dropped in an exchange. So they were trading. Yeah, they were trading hooks.
Trading. Yep.
And so, I mean, so Wade's landed a little slower, and so Sun
What
Woo
up,
was
buddy
able to
V?
land
That's the homie right
devastating.
there.
Yeah, he was able to land his devastating hook, and so I think that is probably his best bet, right? If he's going to have any chance against Wade, is essentially that it's hopefully that Wade exchanges with him, gets wild, and catches him.
Yep.
But
But
WA
you cannot count on Wade
pressure.
getting wild. Yeah. You can't count on Wade getting wild. Yep.
Yeah. And then and then talk about the cut weight. All right. So when you cut weight to that extent, I mean, we're talking about maybe 20 pounds
In
going
30
into,
days, less than 30 days, that's a lot. You're right. That takes a toll. You know what I mean? It takes a massive toll.
And I know you've been cutting weight, and so explain that process for folks. Like when you say it takes a massive toll on you, can you explain in what way?
So I'm used to being 200, 215, something like that. I've been lifting for a few years now. When I can't lift right now. I can't go to the gym and lift like I normally do. You know, my entire life is thrown into a loop because my body's not getting the calories that it's used to, and it's fighting me on it. Like if I go lift, my body hurts for a couple days.
You're gonna be
I gotta go I gotta go real light with that shit. So my brain doesn't like to work sometimes. You know, I forget shit a lot in the past month. It takes a toll. It takes a massive toll. You're angry. You're irritated.
And not only that,
I cut 15 pounds in the last 2 days of my fight. Yeah, that's not safe though, Fiji. Like you're cutting 15 pounds in 2 days. That's 7 pounds a day, and that's water weight, homie.
2 days.
222 is it food? 220 again the next couple of days. 222 is not bad. I mean, 222 is not bad, Keanu. That's not bad at all. Like if you come in at 210, 215, Wade will still fight you. If you come in at 222, Wade will still fight you. Like he's going out there to scrap. You don't give a fuck. Wade's an animal.
He has like 3.5 weeks, 10 pounds. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
But I would also say that, I would also say, I mean, the research is clear, right? Is that when you deprive yourself of that much water, that especially when you're cutting a lot of weight, like it severely damages your brain, right? Your cognitive. It does.
Makes you weak.
And so it makes you weak, but not only that, like it also affects the way that you can take punches.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so in the fight, all it takes is one, right? Normally, you can probably absorb a ton of damage, but if you deprive your brain of that much water in that short amount of time, it severely impacts the way that you can absorb punches. And so,
because what you got to think about is that liquid that's in between your brain and your skull, that's your brain's fucking floating around in. Like getting knocked out is your brain slamming against your skull. That's all it is. So you take all that water out of there, that's taking a lot of that liquid out. It gets a little thinner, and your brain bounces a little easier. You don't want those problems, man. Fiji, I'm telling you, don't cut massive weight like that. Start cutting now, you know what I mean? And then just maintain a solid calorie deficit when it's comfortable. Like I planned on getting to weight within 3 weeks of the fight so my body can get used to being 180, 180, 185 again. My body's not used to that shit. I haven't been 185 in fucking damn near 10 years right now.
And let me ask this. Does it change that, I mean, I don't know if this is official, but I know that, Beast has been helping a lot of the East Coast fighters. And I think Keanu is one of the recipients of his help. And I don't know if he's going to be in his corner, but does that change with having Beast in your corner?
Oh, he's going to have Beast, huh?
I
mean, I don't know if it's official.
To an extent, yeah. To an extent, you can get a little bit of help. You know what I mean? That's like literally having somebody in your corner. If they're telling you what to do, it's still on you to do it, though. You know what I mean? It's all mental. Like the fight game is all mental.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of skill set that needs to be had, but it's mostly mental.
So you don't think there's anything that Beast can tell him at this moment? Because it looks like Beast will be in his corner.
What I'm saying is he can tell him all that shit. He can drop all kinds of knowledge on him, but it's up to Keanu to follow it. You know what I mean? So if he follows that, if he takes that information to heart and he uses it, then yes, it's going to help. Absolutely. Like that's what good coaches do. They make their people better. But if he doesn't follow it, and we don't know if he will, we've never seen, him fight Wade with Beast in his corner, so we don't know how the outcome is going to be. But Keanu, you said a minute ago, if you can't cut, you got to talk to Sunshine. To be honest with you, I would almost bet you Wade doesn't even care. Like, try to get as close as you can and then run it.
Wow.
He's not in here. He never watches these episodes because we cuss too much. But I'll shoot Wade a message after this, man, and ask him if he minds. But to be honest with you, I highly doubt he's gonna give a fuck what your weight is. You come in at 300 pounds, he'll still scrap, man. That dude throws down. He doesn't care. But definitely try to get close.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not saying give up, but try to get close.
Effort. Yeah.
Make the effort. Yeah.
All right.
So
yeah. Go ahead, Wero. It's your show, so go ahead.
No, my bad, man. Yeah. I just feel like I got Wade in that fight. You know what I mean? Again, no offense to Keanu, but I got Wade in that fight just because he's on a different level.
All right, awesome. Well, it looks like there is a general consensus from y'all that Wade is going to take this. And even from the chat, from what I'm seeing, outside of Keanu and probably Beast, it seems like everyone else is like rooting on WA to take this. So, all right. And so with that, what do you think about Mustache versus the Olympian?
Oof.
So I'm going to be straight. No offense, Mustache, but Olympian striking is a lot better than yours, but your ground game is a lot better than Olympian's.
Way better.
So if Olympian catches you in the beginning, that's going to suck. If you can get him to the ground and ball him up in a tiny little ball, because I don't know anybody, with the exception of maybe 925, maybe one other guy that's a good wrestler that can fuck with Mustache on the ground. But Mustache's problem is his confidence. You know what I mean? I feel like Mustache is going to win this fight, but to be honest with you, I could see it going either way. We really need Mustache to get aggressive like he did in his last fight and try to hurt somebody. If he doesn't try to hurt this dude and he comes out there patty caking, then Olympians, he's going to starch him. So he's got to take this very seriously.
What do you think, 619?
I think Olympian could easily knock out Mustache on his feet if he catches him. And he could very well catch him. Olympian has a nasty striker. He's going to put people to fucking sleep. That's how I'm scared for Mustache. He has to get that takedown right away.
Well, Mustache, if you're listening to this,
he's going Mimi's time.
you got to set that takedown up, bro. You can't just jump in there. You got to set it up.
And so I'm curious, right? As both of you are strikers, is there anything that Mustache can do to kind of evade or to kind of get around some of the length that the Olympian will have?
He just has to rush him. He has to bob and weave his ass inside Tyson style, get a hold of him, because that's his bread and butter, is wrestling. It's not his striking, it's his wrestling.
Yeah, he needs to slip, and what's going to help him is slipping punches. Like he's got to completely slip those strikes. If he eats one, he might be okay, but he definitely does not want to eat anything.
Yeah, and Olympian has reach. He's taller than him. I think he just might catch him with a two-piece to start it off, and I hope Mustache could hold up.
Mustache is tough. Mustache is a tough little fighter.
Yeah, he's tough, but Olympian is nasty, man.
Yeah, he is nasty. But like I said, Mustache is...
I love how he walks away and he's still talking.
Bro, like cleaning his house or something? I don't understand. Bro, it's cool. I want everybody to know on stream, Wero is currently taking a piss.
And talking to us at the same time, still trying to give his analysis.
Daniel, who do you got? Mustache and Olympian, no bias, go.
Can anyone tell me how tall Olympian is? He looks really tall.
He looks very
I
tall.
think he's like 5'10", 5'11".
And Mustache is very short.
Yeah, Mustache is really short. And so
Yes.
to me, when I look at that disparity,
that could be an advantage.
when you're talking about advantage, you're talking about getting closer to the legs, closer to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's a wrestler. Like
Olympian's
going to be
fucking
he's going to be punching down. If he's quick enough, he can get in there and take that single or double leg and drop him and then ground and pound him. Because like Olympian does not have a ground game that we've seen.
Yeah, and I just think that Mustache has to make this ugly. He has to make
does.
this really ugly.
Mhm.
He has to tie him up.
Yes.
Even if he can't, he has to chain wrestle. So even if he can't get him down with one, he has to make sure he transitions to another,
Has to
switch
be on
sides.
Ben Askren shit, you know, just
No,
not.
absolutely.
Yes.
That DC Daniel Cormier wrestling where it's like, I'm going to continue to transition, pivot different sides to try to knock him off balance, leg sweeps, anything you can to bring him to the ground. Because I just think that
mustache, try to pick him up.
yeah, and don't shoot from halfway through the ring either, right? Because people can see that. And so I just think you got to get close, got to make it dirty, but you got to watch out for the Olympian. He has a killer instinct. The Olympian has both of them actually have really killer instincts. But I think because the Olympian has been doing it with his hands, to me, that's a cause for concern when I think about the kind of obstacles that Mustache is going to have to overcome.
Hey, real talk. Who the fuck is Enrico Campos?
He just said that's Rhino.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. Of course, that's Rhino. Hey, I don't know Enrique. I know Rhino.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. If being objective, we have got to see a mustache we've never seen before. Okay. If we don't see a mustache we've never seen before, Olympian will take this. However, the last fight we saw a mustache in, we saw a mustache we've never seen before. He was aggressive. He was taking it to him. He wasn't waiting. He if we see a little bit more of that mustache, I think he takes this win. I think he takes him down. I think he ground and pounded, and that's good. If we don't see that mustache, I think Olympian tags him a couple times, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, one of the positive signs that I saw from Mustache's last fight was that as soon as they went to the ground, when they were getting back up, he followed pursuit. Like he was striking as they were moving up, and that's how he was able to get the guy to kind of tap right through by strikes. And so I think if he can keep up that aggression, he will certainly have a chance. But when I look at the totality of this fight, I just see a lot of obstacles for him. And so, if I were to choose,
this is a massively tough fight for Mustache for sure.
And so I think if it stays on the feet, I just think the Olympian will win.
Absolutely. I don't disagree with that. Mustache has got to drag him to the fucking ground and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I agree.
But I have noticed, and I've been talking to Wade, Mustache has been working on his striking, which I need Mustache to not get in a striking match with Olympian because Olympian's a bad motherfucker on his feet. Okay? I need him to use his striking to set up the takedowns. Make him think you're going to fight him standing up and then drag him to the ground and beat the hell out of him. Yeah. Olympian's been around for a long time, man.
He's an OG, man.
He really is. Like,
super OG.
Mad props to Mustache for taking this fight. Like, this dude's been around.
This is one of the fights I didn't like when I saw. I was like, ooh, I don't like people to hold me. Oof.
I don't like it for Mustache because Olympian's so fucking tough and he's so fucking good on his feet. But I do like the fact that Mustache took this fight. Like, I want us to fly out there and fight their baddest motherfuckers, no matter how we are as a West Coast branch. I don't care how good we are in terms of the opponent they're getting. I want us to fight their best. If we're spending the money to go out there, let's fucking rip into somebody or get beat up. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck as long as we make a good showing.
I agree. And I think if you are going to take your biggest challenge, it might as well be in the OG yard.
Exactly. And Duva, I hope you mean
let's
can't lose, my man.
Fights. We're going out there for the toughest fights possible.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you will make your mark in the OG yard if you go out there and dominate. And so why not take the biggest challenge you can? And I don't think anyone will fault you either, right? You went across the country to go fight. So I don't think anyone will take that away from you if you lose.
Yeah. And, and that's one thing. Tank brings up a good fucking point. I've never seen Mustache so dedicated to beating somebody. You know what I mean? He's putting in the work right now. Normally he just he works, but he kind of just jumps out there and fights. But right now he's putting in the work. He wants this. He wants this bad. And that's, like I said, that's a Mustache we've never seen before.
All right. Well, look forward to this fight and can't see how.
Absolutely.
Yep. Can't see. I look forward to this fight, but also I already know it's going to be a crazy day fight after fight, and so
Mhm.
I look forward to it.
One after another.
Yeah, and there's some fucking bangers.
And we still gotta get Fair Play a fight. We still gotta get Gorilla a fight. Those guys
We have to find. Hey, if you're watching this and you're around 200 pounds and you want to fight Fair Play, let us know because we need a matchup for that dude.
Fair Play has to fight somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so with that,
Who was
gentlemen,
next
I
on
would
the
love to get your
Ooh,
thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Any
Go
ideas?
ahead, 619. What you got, bro?
This is probably the most highly technical fight on the whole card between these two, man. Mook and Beach. This is a tough one to pick. If it was Vegas odds, I think Beach would be a favorite, minus 200 versus Mook. But I mean, we know our boy Mook has the skill to knock Beach the fuck out, though. But I can't pick it, man. This is a 50-50. I know Wero got Mook all day, but I've been watching Beach. I think I've seen every Beach fight. That kid is a fucking monster, yo.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because when I look at both they're
Hey,
fighting
Fiji
styles.
Dula's fighting unknown. Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dula is fighting unknown, which I think we can talk about that after this.
Let's talk about that next.
Okay. But when I look at that Mook versus Beach, offensively, I think that Mook has the skills to really. I mean, when I think of what Rico was able to do to Beach, and granted, I know it was muddy. I know that Beach, to his defense, said that it was slippery, and so Rico was able to take him down and dominate that way. But when I saw Mook versus Oni, to me, it just showed how strong Mook is, but two, his I think he has what is that? When you have he has a diversity of skills that he will be able to employ in this fight. And I think that Beach is really good when you take him to the ground. He's really slick with his BJJ, but standing up, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I know the Beach is long. I know that. I mean, when Scrapyard went out there and he did short work of Doughboy, but I just don't see that happening to Mook though.
No. So here's what you guys got to understand about Mook, and I've been saying this shit since I joined Streetbeefs, since we did our first fucking live, man. You watch Mook versus Kung Fu Lou, okay? I know it's a super quick fight, 15 fucking seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
But you watch Mook slip a punch and then strike back right on the fucking button, okay? How many Streetbeefs fights do you see that? How many Streetbeefs fights do you see somebody slip a punch and then punch somebody right on the fucking button? You don't see that often. You don't see it very often at all. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of another person who has slipped a punch that smooth and countered even smoother to end a fight. You know what I mean? Mook's on a different level. Like, Mook is so naturally fucking talented, it's insane. There's three guys that I feel on the West Coast that could just about take anybody else anywhere in Streetbeefs, and a lot of other fucking fighters anywhere. Mook's one of them. Got 925 and Bundy. I'd put these guys against anybody in their fucking weight class, anywhere. Anywhere. You know what I mean? And Mook's definitely one of those. Like, he's just a bad motherfucker. And he's tough, and he's got a high IQ, and he's got the physical talent. You know what I mean? He's very athletic.
Right now, too. Mook, he's training
his ass off. I don't care what Beach is doing. Mook, even if Beach wins, he's not sliding through Mook like what he's used to. You know what I mean? Mook, I got Mook winning this, and I got Mook winning this in the first round.
And here's the thing. You said by knockout? Yeah. Is that your final?
Knockout, Wero?
I think it's going to go to the ground because I think Beach is going to shoot and take him to the ground because that's where he wants it.
Yeah,
I think
Beach
Mook chokes him out.
to the ground.
I think Mook chokes him out. Now, if Mook's smart, he'll keep it on the feet because Mook will beat the shit out of Beach on the feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then what are your thoughts, 619?
That's a good call, man. No matter who wins, the fans are the winners, bro. It's not.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what's interesting is that when I look at this fight, when Beach fought Rico, he said something that was very interesting. He said Rico was stronger than I anticipated. And when I spoke to Rico after, I said, "What do you think he meant by that?" He just said Beach isn't really that strong, like, and so he's technical, but isn't really that strong.
Yeah.
And so, how much does physicality play out in this fight?
Is Mook a strong motherfucker?
Mook's very strong. Yep. I think physically, I don't think Beach has been hit a few times by a few guys that are really strong. You know what I mean? Rico's one of them. But Mook is accurate and strong. And there's something to be said for that. There's really something to be said for that. You know? I think
is there? Yeah. So what are the X factors in this fight? I mean, right now it seems like it's clear. It seems like 619 is kind of it's up in the air. But for Wero, you're saying it's overwhelmingly going to be Mook.
I'm not going to say overwhelmingly because, like you said, he's Beach is very intelligent on the ground. I just think Mook is also very intelligent on the ground, but he's also he's going to be stronger. You know what I mean? He's going to be much stronger. Like Free Smoke Rights just said, precision beats power all day, but with Mook, he has both. He does. Like, people have been able to hit Beach. People have been able to outmaneuver Beach. But he is very smart. He's Beach. Like, he's good for, and everybody knows that. But I think Mook just has too many tools, too many weapons. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine just Mook just sleeping Beach, just catching him right in his jaw, and just sleeping him?
If anybody in the entirety of Streetbeefs can, it's Mook.
Yeah.
And that would be crazy because Beach is an overwhelmingly popular fighter out of Streetbeefs. And so this is like a huge come up for Mook.
Super come up.
If Mook sleeps him, that's 1 million views easily. Easy.
Yeah. There's a lot of million view fights going down on this card.
There might be, yeah.
And the thing, because Mook doesn't really try to sell himself. He's kind of quiet. You can tell he's like very humble. Doesn't say much about, although he makes tons of content about, some of his preparation for fights and about some of his fights. But if he wins, like you're gonna expect like a huge like celebration on the West Coast for Mook because this will get his Instagram popping.
Beach has a huge sub following in Korea. That's fucking awesome.
No shit. Huh?
Awesome. Yeah, that's just so cool. Yeah.
No,
like,
Beach has a huge following.
He looks like a super fucking cool dude. He's very talented.
He has a lot of fights, and his fights get a lot of views, man.
Mm-hmm.
He has a fan base.
He does. But
like
Mook takes advantage.
Have,
this is you gain a lot from this.
Yes, and to be honest with you, as a whole, the majority of us that are fighting at this event have everything to gain and nothing to lose. To be honest with you.
No, except for a few of y'all.
Well, a few of us, like 619, he's got a lot to lose.
Yes,
you know what I mean. He's got a lot to lose because he's 6-0. You got that O right there to fight for it. Like guys like me, I don't have shit to lose in this fight. If I go out there and get my fucking ass beat by bad news,
I agree.
I still got beat. I got beat up by bad news. Like 15 other people have been beat up by bad news. You know what I mean?
No, you have ton to lose, man. You have ton to lose.
Like what? Like what?
You have a reputation already of being the KO artist,
bro.
And
I've lost before already. I've lost.
But here's the thing, though. Yeah. Well, you lost, right? The way that you lost, I think most people. Yeah, exactly. I think most people can understand that.
Yeah.
But they don't know it. Venom Black and Gorilla both thought I just took a body shot. People don't know. They haven't. Like, you got to watch the fight, and then you got to read through the comments to realize what happened. If you just watch the fight, you think I took a body shot and quit. You know what I mean? That's what everybody thinks. And it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. It is what it is.
But look at your reputation, though. Your reputation already is he is the bully. Yeah, he is the bully of bullies. He's the one who bullies bullies, right? So if you're a bully in this, the thing is, Weddle's super nice. For some of y'all that don't know, like he is super
fuck
nice.
y'all. I'm not nice.
However, when he sees a bully in a group, he challenges the bully. I've seen it over
Shit does
and
piss
over
me
and
off.
over.
That shit does piss me off.
And
I
so,
don't like bullies, man. I got bullied when I was a kid. I don't like
Shout
that
out Punchline.
Bro, name
and if he got rid of his social media, he'll probably never see this. So
He'll never see it.
Yeah.
Hey, bet money though, he creeps on this shit a little bit. He wants to know when his name comes up.
Definitely has a burner account. He's in
Yeah,
there.
he got a burner account. He creeping a little bit. Yeah.
if you got some random negative comments, then I think we have a lead.
Hey, for real though, I watched all of my fights today and I broke down how many strikes and how many punches I have eaten and I have given. And it was pretty interesting because I noticed, obviously, Chase teed off on me a little bit. So that threw the curve off a little bit. He did. He teed the fuck off of me. It is what it is. It was cold. For whatever reason, I couldn't move. Him and Silas are the only ones that ever really hit me.
And you kind of
Punchline.
pressure.
Yeah. But, I mean, I was literally frozen. It was 30 fucking degrees. I couldn't move.
I told you, don't go up there, man. I told you, don't fucking go up there.
I know, and I told you to fuck off. Stop reminding me of that shit.
And here's the thing: 619 wasn't the only one who warned him, right? And so we
I
were
did.
all telling
Daniel even
You
asked,
also warned
you
Shimmy.
really think you'll be okay in that cold? Yeah.
Yes, we tried to warn Wero, and he just kept saying it don't matter. I'm like, all right. He said,
And I
fight
thought
is a
it
fight.
didn't matter. A fight's a fight. I thought it didn't matter. But goddamn, it was cold up there. And you know what? Honestly, maybe if I'd have trained a little better or warmed up a little better or whatever. But I just sat in my fucking car with my girl because it was cold. Anyways, so who's the next fight? We'll break it down. Who's the next fight? Duva versus Unknown.
God damn.
Fuck. Man.
What's up, man?
My boy Pozolero.
Duva. Do not hate me. I love you, bro.
Wow.
Honestly, I gotta have Unknown on this one. I
Wow.
really do.
I got to do it.
Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me, bro. You know I got mad love for you. People.
Yeah,
I really
explain
do.
yourself. Explain yourself.
Oh, fuck.
That's what you get, dude. Fucking
Bro, that's what I get for not choosing the fucking West Coast, huh? The whole fucking Streetbeefs logo fell out. Motherfucker. So, yeah, Duva. My bad, bro. But so
Talk to me, baby.
the only reason I got this is because one,
You're racist.
I know Duva. I've seen Duva fight. He's a tough motherfucker. He's good. He's very accurate. But Unknown doesn't train. You know how he wins his fights? He's just fucking tough. He's literally just tough. I cornered him against Rain, okay? I told him what to do. I said, hey, man, take him down, ground and pound. Boom, he did that. I said, hey, man, set up your jab, throw a cross, tag him a couple times, take him down, ground and pound again. He did that. He's like a fucking robot. He's like the only other person I've cornered that's been just like that is El Coyote. And they're just robots. You tell them what to do, and they just go do it. It doesn't matter what you're doing. They just go do it. Okay? So, Duva, again, no offense, my man. If anything, just take this as a list of shit you need to just focus on. But with Unknown, you got to beat him down. He's not going to quit on you. You got to knock him out. Okay? If you don't knock him out, he's going to beat you because he's just going to throw volume at you, and whatever you do to him, unless you knock him out, it's not going to phase him. You know what I mean? I saw Rain tag him a few times. It didn't phase him. He just steps in and handles business. So I think what it is he's just fucking tough. Swear one way that they may throw some stones, but generally good cause. Yeah. So I got him. Yeah, nobody gets a nut shot at me for free. Fuck that. Again, no offense, Duva. You're my boy. You know I love you. But Unknown is a bad motherfucker. Just because he's so tough. He's not super technical. You know what I mean? His striking's not super technical. Sometimes he's even a little wild. His ground game's not super technical. Sometimes you can watch him think about what he's got to do. You know what I mean? But if you don't knock him out, he's gonna beat you. But just because his level of toughness, he's just so fucking tough. You know, like you watch Duva's fights. When he hits people, they react. You know what I mean? Like the bill collector, he just ran into a jab, bap, just got rocked. You know what I mean? They react. Unknown's not gonna react, bro. He's gonna just walk through it because he's tough as fuck.
619. Now
I
you have
believe
the
it's
floor.
my turn. Duva is gonna put Unknown to sleep, man. Did you see his last fight in that other fight league? He took that poor fucker's soul, man. He could crack. He has nice boxing. He's always training. His ground game is nasty.
Yeah.
Unknown, you just said he don't train. We've seen Unknown get put to sleep by Iraqi assassins. So
It's Iraqi assassin though.
yeah.
With a
So
head kick.
yeah, head kick. I think Duval is just on the same level as Iraqi
It's
assassin.
Duva. It's not Duval. It's Duva.
Oh, Duval. Yeah, Duval. The homie Duval is gonna win this fight by knockout. I think he puts Unknown to sleep, standing up. Right hand, right on the jaw, or takes him down and submits him, ground and pound.
Yeah. Fair play in the house. What's up, man? Hey, mad love to fair play, bro. I fucking love this guy. He was fighting 40 fucking fights an event, just getting it in there. Like we could have an event with just fair play fighting everybody, just all fair play matchups.
Yeah.
He's just an animal.
Yeah, it'll be like a Soul Train line. Fair play just going right down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Duva, I'll give you your props. He almost knocked him out, but that's more to my point. Almost. Wild Goose is tough as fuck too. He didn't knock him out. You know what I mean? Like Wild Goose is very tough. He's a bad motherfucker. But Unknown he's just a different breed of human being. He's so fucking tough. He eats shots and he still just attacks you. You know what I mean?
It's a great fight.
Yeah, it's an amazing fight. But if I have to absolutely choose, I go Unknown.
So we're split on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean I have to split the vote?
Yep.
No.
You're
No.
up, Dan.
At this point, we might need to go to the next fight because Tunde got to bounce on a little bit.
I would say this.
Yeah, what you got, Daniel? I'm just fucking with you.
No. I would say that the one thing that I think this is an MMA match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
All right. And so I remember Duva fought a wrestler. I can't remember the wrestler's name. I think the wrestler's name was Superman or something.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Superman,
Duva
which is Giovante.
Yeah, and I felt like Duva actually held his own, right? And so he
Mhm.
couldn't really get off the ground, but he did enough, I think, BJJ on the ground to threat submissions.
Mhm.
And so I just think that if it goes to the ground, I think Duva has it.
Easy.
I think he has the skill to submit Unknown, to reverse Unknown, but I also think that, to what you're saying, I think Unknown is really, really tough. Hits hard. He's very experienced. You can see it in the way that he fights.
He's got like 12, 15 fights, dude. And
Yeah.
I think skill-wise, Duva's got a higher skill set. You know what I mean? It's just Unknown is so fucking tough, bro. If you don't knock him out, he'll just beat you. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Well,
everybody pay attention. Somebody got to fight fair
Right.
play, okay? Because I'm gonna be too light to do it. Also, I got my hands full of bad news. So somebody got to step the fuck up and fight fair play.
I would love to fight fair play if all goes well with
No,
Venom
let's
Trash.
go ahead and just talk about Venom Black and 619. I got Venom Black. He's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Sunday
Fuck
Black.
you up. I got Venom Black. Okay.
Okay, Venom Black knocks me out or what?
No. He's going to take you all the rounds, and then he's going to be declared the winner.
They're definitely gonna rob my ass if we go. Wait, is it 3 rounds or 5 rounds?
Yeah,
people-
I have no. How many? What'd you guys decide on?
It's non-title, so I mean, I don't know if we're doing 5.
It's not a title, so probably 3. If it's not a
I would
title
say-
match, just 3.
I say take it 5. Like, why do the 3?
I want 5.
Well, of course.
I think
you
it
want
works to your
5.
advantage if you do 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
know he's gonna gas after 3, 2.5. He's gonna be tired.
I don't know. Well, I think because he's kind of been out of the fight game for a bit, that might play a factor. But I think when you look at a lot of his fights, he loses a little bit of steam, but I don't think he's going to be fully gassed.
No, yeah, he's never.
He won't fully gas.
He gets a lot of time to. He gets a lot of breathers in his fights because nobody pressures him. He gets
Now, that will be one thing that he's never experienced before is the pressure that 619 brings. And I've said this over and over again. Like, all of us bring different pressure to fights, but the pressure 619 brings to fights is he jumps right in your face from the gate, and every time you drop your hands, he hits you. He doesn't hit you really, really fucking hard. He's not knocking anybody out. We know this. But he's hitting you hard enough to where you absolutely do not want to be hit again. So the moment you move your hands, he tags you. You put your hands back up, he tags you some more. You drop your hands, he tags you some more.
Punches and bunches.
Yeah, it's a punches and bunches pressure, and punches you don't want landing on you. So you're not in any. Venom Black's not going to be in a risk of getting knocked out. He's in a risk of getting tagged everywhere he doesn't want to get hit. You know what I mean? So, and the pressure, when you're standing in front of somebody who tags you at will like that, and when you punch him, it doesn't even look like he's doing anything. The adrenaline kicks in. You start to get scared, and you lose a lot of energy. Like, you lose a lot of energy. Like, look at Wok Lobster. Wok just fought 619. Okay, they went 5 rounds. It was 5 rounds, right? Yeah, they went 5 rounds, and Wok is a guy that has cardio all the time. You've never seen him gas. But when 619's in your face, tagging you, punching you in the face, punching you in your ribs, you know what I mean? You gas because you realize everything you're throwing is not doing anything, and you got to tense up because you don't know where you're going to get hit next. So I think Venom Black's not going to be ready for that.
It's the worst fight coming off a layoff like that for him. It's like the ring rust is going to be real. He's never fought anybody like me. It's going to be too much for him. Out the gate, I'm going to talk shit. Every time I hit him, I'm going to talk shit. Every lands.
But in the end, Venom Black is going to he's going to land one shot. It's going to fuck you up. It's going to be the end. He's knocking you out. I call it 3rd round knockout, Venom Black.
He just drops me like nobody has.
Just drops you. Done. Game over. Good night. I did actually comment that today on a Facebook post that there's been a lot of people that try to knock you out, but everybody's come up short. I don't see Venom Black knocking you out. I see him tagging you a couple times. I don't see him knocking you out. But I see that pressure getting to him. By the 3rd round, he's going to be tired. No matter what his cardio looks like, he's going to be fucking tired.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, not only is he coming from a layoff, but the layoff, was a result of an injury, right? He disclosed that, right? So for those who feel like I'm breaking some news, he disclosed that on his own show.
Yeah, he already talked about it.
So he's coming off an injury.
I had no idea why he went so long without fighting. Now we know he had an injury, right?
Yep. And so he was rehabbing his injury for a very long time. And so I think you all know, right? Like, rehabbing and exercising in a gym is completely different than going into a ring and fighting, right? The cardio is slightly different.
Yeah. Because the adrenaline.
So we know that
the adrenaline.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so we know that he is sparring, right? Gorilla has said that multiple times, like he has sparred with Venom Black. And so we know that he is sparring. But, it's different when you're sparring in the fight. And so one of the things that I think that, when I think about this matchup, I'm reminded of, I'm taking this kind of old school, but Jose Luis Castillo versus Mayweather.
It's pronounced Castillo.
No, it's Castillo. Come on, brother. Come on.
I'm just fucking.
You'll be surprised what people say. Castillo. And so.
I just said that because that's your last name.
Yes, correct.
So I literally just told you how to pronounce your last name.
Yep. I mean, it's no surprise. It's no surprise.
Yeah.
So
I'll be doing
I will say, if you look at that fight, Luis Castillo was able to pressure him. Pressure. And what Mayweather needed to operate was space. And so I think that's when I look at some of the X factors, is that 619 is going to take that space away from Venom Black. Right? He takes that space because when you look at Venom Black, he's kind of a rhythm fighter. Right, he slips out 1, 2, 3, slips, moves, pivots, and does the same thing. So he needs that kind of rhythm to move throughout an entire fight. And I just think the 619 will crowd him, will force him to fight.
Will, yep. Like, watch every one of his fights.
Yep. But here's the thing: he has fought guys who have pressured him as well, right? And so when he fought King, like, he bullied King, and I just don't see 619 falling under that kind of pressure. I think 619 will not be bullied. I've seen him in multiple fights. He does not lay down. He will move forward no matter how hard you hit him. And so I certainly see that. But I've also seen that Venom Black in short distance is still effective. Even when you crowd him, He
Yeah.
has an uppercut that lands pretty effectively in close space. I see it over
want
and
to
over
get
and over.
my best shot. I want him to tag me really nice, just like a smile, and then just keep going. That's gonna mentally break him when he realizes,
Hey,
oh, I can't hurt this fucker.
okay, so I got Venom Black in this. Who you got, 619? 619 probably. Who you got, Daniel? You got 619?
I'm gonna stay neutral on this.
Okay,
Ooh.
so all right, cool. I got Venom Black beating the shit out of 619, like just bow, 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 tagging him up. So who we got? Who we breaking down next?
I will say I'm just looking at the time. I know that Tunde has to go pretty soon, but I just want to end on this thought. Right?
Mhm.
Is that 619?
Yes.
He's going to come heavy the first 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds, and so you're just gonna have to prepare yourself for that kind of leather. And what, by the looks of things, he looks like he hits harder than every single opponent you have fought. He looks like he hits harder than the Canadian. He looks like he hits harder than Golden Arms. He looks like he hits harder than Wok. And so just be prepared. I know that, here's the thing. I know that you spar all the time. You love it. You've been in the gym for many, many years. Even
Rock the heavyweights.
yes, I know you have fought even professional fighters that you can name that many people know. But it's a fight.
Yeah, Venom Black might almost hit as hard as I do.
No, I actually think Wero's the hardest hitting motherfucker in Streetbeefs, coast to coast.
Somebody actually, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody messaged me and straight up told me that I'm the hardest hitting motherfucker in Streetbeefs, and I don't believe that. But honestly, that shit makes me feel good.
I think you are.
I do hit people really fucking hard though. That's all I got. I can be really mean and hit hard. That's it.
It probably
Anyways,
comes from your 20s when you did steroids and they kind of just stay in your system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, it's a lot of jerking off. A lot of jerking off. So yeah, hey, fair play for real. So who we got next? Let's do Shinigami, striking Viking.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, here's the
Just
thing.
because of time.
Relax.
Yeah, here's the thing.
No, hey, Tunde said 8:30, bro.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I respect his time, right? And so,
Yeah.
all right, so
Yeah.
let's go then. So who do we?
I hit
you
like
said,
a truck. No, hold on. Fair play. How do you know? Oh, dude, you were at the fight when I fought Punchline. I remember that shit. And I remember, hey, dead serious, let me tell y'all a story real quick. So I fought Punchline. I knocked that motherfucker out. Not really knocked him out. I TKO'd him in like 6 punches, bro. And I remember Fair Play walking up. He's like, bro, you hit pretty hard, man. I don't want to be in a ring with you. And I was like, fuck yes, because I don't want to be in a ring with you either. I remember thinking that shit. Like, that motherfucker, like, after he fought, who did he fight that day? Vegeta Black, man. That was a goddamn banger, bro. I was thinking to myself, like, man, if I ever fight Fair Play, I got to actually train.
Vegeta Black got hard because he took a beating.
Mm-hmm. So who do we got next? Shinigami versus Striking Viking?
Yep. Thoughts?
Go ahead, 619.
I got my boy Shimmy Gunny. Coming off that disappointing loss, but I got my boy Shimmy.
Yeah.
I haven't lost faith in him.
So, man, shitty, don't hate me, bro.
Hey, how do you know? By the hesitation, I could tell from where those hesitations.
Yeah. Hey, don't hate me, bro, man. But here's the
What's
thing.
these enemies?
Okay.
You got Wero, yo.
I watched. So Shinigami is a point sparrer, and we've seen that.
Point karate, as Daniel said.
Yeah, point karate.
Yes.
If he doesn't change, like he fought Nerd Rage fucking attacked him, okay? Just out of nowhere. Nerd Rage put the fucking paws on him. You know what I mean? If he fights like he fought with Nerd Rage, I got Striking Viking. Just because Striking Viking, I think they're on the same level. He's just a little bit aggressive. You know what I mean? He's a little bit more aggressive. He's going to get in your face. He's going to punch you in the face. And we've seen Shinigami doesn't like that. With Nerd Rage, with Streetbender tagged him a couple times. He didn't like that. He turns around. He does not like that, which I'm not mad at. I don't like being punched in the fucking face either. But I got to have Striking Viking in this only because I watched Nerd Rage and how aggressive he is, and it reminds me of Striking Viking's aggressiveness. Now, if you can weather that storm, I think he could take Striking Viking. But I haven't seen him weather that kind of a storm before. because I just watched him fight Nerd Rage, and I was right there ringside, and Nerd Rage tagged him up a couple times. So he said, I was admittedly unprepared for Nerd Rage. Bro, you knew you was fighting Nerd Rage for a month and a half. You know what I mean? Get in there. And I get the COVID thing and everything, but you need to get in there and be fucking aggressive with Striking Viking, because that dude, he's going to come out strong, and he's going to try to knock you the fuck out in the first round for sure.
619. I know that you're going for Shinny. So how does he pull through? How does he win this?
1 second. Have a good night, Daddy Fat Sacks. I'm looking forward to punching you in the fucking face, and also for you punching me in the face, man. I seriously, I fucking love that guy. I follow his Instagram. He's hilarious. I cannot wait to meet him October 2nd. Go ahead, 619.
So, Shinigami, we need another highlight reel knockout from you.
Yes, we do.
But the thing, it's kind of been the thing where people know they pressure you right away. You kind of just cover up. You need to change your style, because it's kind of a known fact. You're gonna throw a low kick followed by a high kick out the gate. You've done that in every fight, including the fucking bully and the doctors you beat up in your gym. So we need to switch that up, Shimigan. You know what I mean? You need to change the game plan a little bit. They start throwing these fucking hands. You know what I mean? A little 2-piece upstairs, followed by a fucking kick to the stomach. You know. But I got Shinigami. I got faith in my boy Shinigami winning. I hope he wins. For the sake of the West Coast, I hope he wins.
Yeah, before I give my breakdown, Beast put this. Fair play gets winner between Venom Black and 619.
Wait, Fair Play better take a fight first, man. He ain't finna fight motherfuckers that already fought. Just fresh as shit, especially Fair Play, man. That dude's nasty. So, hey, real talk. Nobody in Streetbeefs moves like Fair Play does. Nobody. Yeah. It's like trying to train for Stephen Thompson. Like, nobody moves like that.
Yeah, anyway. A tag team match. Me and somebody else, Fair Play and somebody would be cool. So I don't just get Fair Play after fighting Venom Black. We could do a round and a half and then tag team would be cool.
I hope so, my man. Hey, Daniel, who you got? Shinny and Striking Viking, bro. Bang, bang.
All right. I think you two bring up very good points, right? And two of them that I definitely want to highlight. 619 just talked about there's a pattern that Shinigami tends to utilize in all his fights, right? It's to open up with the leg kicks. And so to me, I know that he's, point fighting. I know a lot of it is, trying to score up front, trying to extend his legs, his limbs to keep his opponent at bay. But I also think that you can't use those strikes. You can't use them without
setting it up.
How should I say this? Without setting it up, but also I don't think you should be wasting that movement in the first place. Mm-hmm. I think they can't be wasted. I think when you throw it out there, one, yes, it's the gauge distance, but understand if you don't land it effectively, that means your opponent is that much closer. Mm-hmm. Right? If you don't hurt them, they're that much more closer. And also, I think he also has to be aware of that when people are slipping his kicks, they're trying to turn, right? So they're pivoting so that they can get closer to his body. And to me, I think that Shinigami actually has a really good ground game. And so I think his key to victory is really the ground.
Yeah.
And I think if he can tie up Striking Viking and take him to the ground and get on top and not get too pretty, get on top, do his striking, put him in positions where he cannot move, I think Shinigami wins this.
Yeah.
However,
I gotta agree with that because I watched Shinigami grapple when we went up to the scrapyard, and he's a solid grappler. I can't remember who he's grappling, but he was sitting on him for a couple minutes. You know what I mean? But I just feel like Striking Viking is going to come out and punch him in the fucking face really hard from the gate. And Shinigami just does not like that. Which, like I said, nobody does. Fuck that. Hell yes, there's a few good 2-on-2 matchups I love to see.
Yeah, and that's all, which also leads to my next point was that Shinigami has this tendency whenever there's an aggressive fighter is that, and I think that comes from a karate background, right? That's actually a question I even asked him was, hey, are they like he tends to turn. He tends to turn his body, tends to extend his hands, and to move away. And I wonder if there's a way that he can actually slip those punches. If there's a way to slip an aggressive punch so that he's still within range without taking himself out of range every single time someone's
The
being
best
fully
way to
aggressive.
slip a punch is to punch the other guy in the fucking mouth.
Yep.
Just real.
I mean,
Just Shinigami, when he starts punching you, just punch him right in the fucking mouth. Fuck that.
Nerve Rage.
Yeah.
Nerve Rage saw it. Nerve Rage blocked. He saw the low kick. He knew the high kick was coming, and then he rushed her.
Bro, I give it to him. That high kick, if he'd have landed that shit would have been clean.
Yeah.
Prodigy, absolutely not, my friend. Ain't none of us winning by fucking decision. Best believe that shit. Okay, and I'm not mad at that. It is what it is. Like, if a bunch of those fucking dudes flew out to the West Coast, chances are they wouldn't win by decision either. It is what it is. Like, home turf advantage is a real thing.
yeah, I wish
None of us
someone
win
would
by
have told.
decision. You got to knock people out.
Yeah, I wish someone would have told Tyrone Woodley that.
They like getting the draw.
Tyrone Woodley is a disgrace to boxing. Like, why the fuck didn't he throw anything? That he's knocked out so many motherfuckers in the UFC. Why not throw against it? Anyway, I don't even want to get into that. What we got next, bro? Darkness versus OG Rampage.
So hold on, before we even get there, all I want to say is I think Shinigami, I think that you have to have a better plan for an aggressive fighter. And I think you also have to take chances. I know that some of karate, there's like a setup, there's a base that you're striking from. But I think against a very aggressive striker, I think you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to pivot, slip some of those punches, and fire back. And so I think if you can do that effectively, you win this. But if it becomes a firefight, I just think that Striking Viking, because of his style of being in firefights, I think he can overwhelm Shinigami.
Right. Okay. See, I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Sunshine, right. Someone got to go to sleep or it's going to be a draw. And again, I'm not mad at that. It is what it is. Ain't no big deal. I don't care. Like, if we know it going in, like that we got to knock our opponent out to win, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not tripping. I'm going to do everything I can to knock out bad news in the first round. But that's just what I do. It is what it is. So who we got? Darkness versus OG Rampage.
Bro said, I'm just gonna knock him out in the first round.
I'm gonna try, man. That's what. That's
over it.
That's what I do to everybody. I mean, there's no. What the? I don't know. I don't know words right now. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen, alcohol. So it's not a secret. Like, I just try to knock people out in the first round. That's all I got. Like, if you get me past the first round, we'll see what happens. Darkness versus OG Rampage. I got Darkness in this one.
Hell yeah, I got Darkness.
Yep, I just think he's a little bit more technically skilled than OG Rampage. I got Darkness.
Interesting. This is a boxing match, right? Or is this MMA?
It's MMA, I believe. Yeah, it's MMA.
Okay, because that certainly changes the odds here. I think if it's a boxing match, I think OG Rampage certainly has the upper edge here. But if it is an MMA match, Darkness, I think.
Yes,
absolutely.
I'm with you on that. Those boxing
OG Rampage hands is a touch better than Darkness, but Darkness.
It seems like he hits harder too. It looks like he hits harder.
Yeah.
It appears he hits harder.
You know what? It's not even that he hits harder; it's he commits. Like, Darkness doesn't tend to commit. He wants to touch people, but doesn't want to fucking murder people. Like, if he gets in there and tries to hurt people, he's gonna be much better. You know, like Darkness. I know you're watching this, bro. Get in there and fuck somebody up. Like, stop playing games. When you put your fist in somebody's face, put it through their face. Stop playing games with that. No patty caking. You know what I mean? Hurt people.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think that's going to play a huge factor here is that I like Rampage. I'm a big fan of Rampage, both in Darkness as well. Is that
both.
Rampage tends to quit in later rounds. I don't know what it is, but he tends to kind of give up.
So I can answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
When you are in later rounds and your cardio is going, your form goes, it's fucking scary. Because you don't know your hands are down, but you know your hands are down. So you know you're going to get knocked the fuck out. So I'm not completely mad at OJ Rampage for that. You know what I mean? When your cardio goes, it's a crapshoot on what's going to happen. Your form goes, everything goes.
Yeah, he gets wild and he puts himself in compromising positions, and then he eventually taps to something, whether it's a hard blow or some, and he kind of just like shelves up. And so I just think that Darkness won't. Darkness has been in tons of firefights, and so I think Darkness will bring that firefight to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know
Darkness
if
there to
Rampage
scrap.
is. Oh, absolutely. But I also want to caution Darkness here as well, is that, you know, in his last fight, he got over emotional, and he went into that fight really angry, and he lost. I think he lost his form, he lost everything, and then he got submitted in the first round. And so I know that OG Rampage is going to talk mess. I know he's already making songs about you, right? He's already making diss tracks about you.
Man, I'm trying to get OG Rampage to make a track about me. Fuck yeah.
OG
You know
Rampage
you made it when he rapping about you.
OG Rampage fought Leonidas, correct?
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxing. Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yep.
And so Rampage has like this knack of getting under people's skin. And so if Darkness doesn't allow that to happen and just applies pressure, especially OG Rampage does something that I think the Darkness will be able to capitalize on, is OG Rampage. When he commits, his head is center line. Like he commits right here, and Darkness loves throwing those knees.
Yeah.
And so, at one point, it could be that you connect with your flying knee, or OG Rampage connects with his overhand right.
He does got a nice overhand right. He really does. But I got Darkness in this because I think Darkness will weather that storm. Because OG Rampage he doesn't tap a lot of people. And I think Darkness that's where he gets caught up. People take him to the ground and tap him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it doesn't look like he has much of a ground game anyways. Looks like OG Rampage, his fight is, let me just try to get up. And so I think Darkness, if you can take this to the ground, I mean, the victory is yours.
I think so too. Who we got next? Let's skip that Wero versus Bad News.
No. Let's go to Wero Bad News.
Fuck you, 619. Anyways, let's go. Wero Bad News. I got bad news on this one. We got a nice overhand right.
You already know who I got. I got my man's Wero coming in sloppy and Bad News overhand right counter. Wow! Just
coming in sloppy. Yep. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to break this down objectively. All right. Wero's not good with counterpunchers. You know what I mean? Because he just steps in there and he just gets to fucking stroking. Bad News is a phenomenal fucking counterpuncher. Okay. If I was Wero, I would go in almost just with a right hand. Just go in and try to tag him with the right hand. Keep that left hand up so you don't eat that fucking that counterpunch. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I would really like for me to win. If I can touch him, weak versus Bad News. If I was, that's funny. Hey, put fair play comment back up. But weak versus Bad News will not go the distance. These guys have nukes for hands. Yeah, honestly, my game plan for Bad News is the exact same fucking game plan I go in with everybody. I want to end this in the first round because I don't like going to a second round. The end. That's it. I like this fight. Bad News is bad dude, but you both have good hands, so this will be a banger. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a banger. Obviously, I got to go with me. I want me to win, so I'm going to go with me. But at the same time, if Bad News catches me with that fucking right hand, which he catches everybody. Like, dude's 15-0 for a reason. So we'll see what happens.
He has some good body work too. He goes to the body a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boxer, man. He's done no tough man
Very good boxer.
shit.
He's a phenomenal boxer.
Yeah, he's a good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think
his neutral corner is kind of protege, right? That is the. I mean, they have a list of fighters who I think they claim theirs, and Bad News is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
So who do you guys got? 916 got me. Fuck yeah. 916, you the man, homie.
After seeing him fighting this guy who looks like he's never ever put on a pair of boxing gloves, and he was getting caught with some really weird shots, I was kind of like, ugh. Bad News don't look so bad right now.
But what you gotta understand about Bad News is this is what I've noticed about his fighting. He fights to the ability of his opponent. I don't know why. He fights to the ability of his opponent. If his opponent's shit, he doesn't. He just goes in there and just taps him up a little bit. He wins.
Kind of tapping him too.
I honestly feel like if I go in there and I start fucking tagging the shit out of him, he's gonna do the same to me. He really is. I feel like he matches whatever his opponent brings. He matches and then steps it up first, second, the second, third round.
He's gonna try to counterpunch all day because he knows you're gonna come right at him and try to knock his head off.
I don't know what else to do, so I'm just gonna step in and try to knock his head off.
Try to do that.
I appreciate you, bro.
That thing you did on Dangerous, where you're like, "Hey, look over here," and then jab to the body.
Bro, I literally just threw my hand. I just threw my fucking jab in air, just boop, and he just covered up as soon as I did that, and I tagged him. Yeah, I don't know why Dangerous wants a fucking rematch. That's a terrible idea for him.
Yeah.
Anyways, who's next? Coyote versus Wolverine.
Can I get my thoughts on this?
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, here we go.
All right. So Bad News is patient. And so I think that is going to pose issues. He's really patient. He doesn't try to rush his punches. He's willing to wait it out. Open. He's waiting for the opportunity, right? And I think Wero, exactly, for the opening. I think Wero, you're aggressive. Like, you create opportunities. He waits for opportunities. And so I think as a result, I think there's going to be a lot of counters here. And that's, to me, I think you might step into a lot of counters because of the way that he is very patient. He waits for these things to happen. And he also mixes his combinations well. Like, he goes to the body, to the head. Like, if you look at him systematically, he follows up with a number of punches. It isn't just one or two. Sometimes he wings, but he's very calculated. He knows, I'm going to go to the body early. He does that in every single fight. As soon as they start moving to block the body, he positions himself in the same way he throws the body and then throws the overhand right over the top. In the same position. In the same position, he throws the uppercut. And so he has 3 punches that look the same.
Yep.
Right? Because he's launching from the same place. And so I just think that you just got to be really aware of that. You got to be. And the thing is, you move really well, too. So I think you'll be able to move out those punches, out the way. But also, I just know that that's going to drain you, being able to move like that. And that might be an impediment of you creating offense for yourself. When I see that, but there is an opening that I do see in Bad News. He does this from time to time. I'm not sure why. He slips punches multiple ways. There's times where he uses his hands to parry. There's times where he just going side to side, and then there's times where I don't know why he does this, especially against the cage. He does this thing where he kind of dips his head and then kind of turns his body away and starts going away from his opponent. And I've seen, I don't remember what fight it was. He got tagged multiple times for doing that very thing. Right? And so it reminded me.
Everybody loves that shit.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to point out.
I love when motherfuckers turn away from me, bro. I love
that.
Turn away from me and walk away and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what I was going to point to, was that very thing, is that it opens up an opportunity for Wero because he loves it. Right? He's shown over and over and over. You turn away from him, he's accurate with that punch.
Yeah.
Hey, real talk though, Bad News is a counterpuncher and a half. Like, if I have a kryptonite, it's a counterpuncher because I just step the fuck in and see what happens. Like, I just attack people. Like, I really don't. There's no question in me. Like, okay, is he gonna throw a counterpunch or not? You know what I mean? You can see me being aware that it is a possibility. Like in the Dangerous fight, you know what I mean? Like, I throw a 1, 2, 3 combo at him, and then another 2 and another 2, and you can see me aware of his right hand, but there's a part of me that doesn't care. I just keep throwing until something amazing or shitty happens. And with Bad News, like, I could see his right or left hook catching me. I really can. I don't know who's going to win this fight. Obviously, I want it to be me. But Bad News has got a fucking super solid chance, obviously. Like I said, he's 15-0. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get 15-0 in Streetbeefs and not be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, battle of the chins. And you know what? Fair play. I broke down all my fights. Like I said, I broke down all my fights today. The only person that's ever really tagged me is Chase. And it's, Chase and Silas. Silas caught me a couple times. But the only person that's really fucking hit me hard is Chase. And I wore it well. So I feel like I'm going to be okay as far as my chin goes, but we'll see what happens. So anyways, who we got? Coyote and Wolverine?
Yep.
Go ahead, 619.
Y'all seem hesitant. Could it be?
Y'all seem hesitant. Yeah, you're goddamn right. I'm a little hesitant about this one. So I'm not going to lie. I love me some Coyote. I really do. Dude's a fucking animal.
I love Coyote. I love Coyote too. This is gonna be a banger. But Wolverine is damn. He is a pro, right? He fought pro. I seen fights of him.
I don't think he's fought pro.
I
have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
He has fights on YouTube. He's fighting in the ring in front of people. So I don't know if that's amateur or fight nights or.
But it could also be. Remember, he does that tough man. He does tough man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, Wolverine is a better boxer than Coyote. Coyote is more traditional, classic Mexican, bob and weave, down the pipe, 1-2. He has a beautiful right hand. But Wolverine is really fucking slick. He's one of these. He reminds me of my boxing coach. He's really slick. He has experience. It's like he does this shit with his eyes closed, man. Wolverine is a really slick, technical boxer, and I think he could easily end up picking apart Coyote if he brings out. Cause we haven't seen Wolverine 100%. We saw him tag up some poor kids, and he was going light on them, and he stopped him with a body shot.
Very light.
But I seen fights of him on YouTube and his sparring. He's a slick ass boxer, man. Just hit you with a jab, and he's behind you, he's piecing you up, and he's just moving so smooth, effortlessly. That's a move. Tough matchup for Coyote. Obviously, I'm rooting for my boy, but it's a tough match for Coyote.
But here's the thing: like when we looked at our database and when we looked at kind of the Rolodex of fighters that we had, and when we chose, I wouldn't say chose, but when we identified a really good match for Wolverine, Coyote fit the bill. Coyote was.
He really did. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so I think he poses some threats, but as you said, I think Wolverine is really slick defensively. Oh,
very fucking slick.
Yes.
Man, the way he pivots away from, oh my. I mean, it's a thing of beauty.
It really is.
I try to tell Wero that Wolverine is technically the best boxer on these guys.
When I first said I was going to go out there and fight, I was like, give me Bad News or Wolverine. Or I think Esteban, because I can't remember who it was. Oh, Venom Black told me one of the three guys you should fight, Esteban, Wolverine, Venom, Bad News. And I think Sunshine just messaged Bad News first, so that works for me. But
and they're all
Wolverine is just nice. He's really, really nice. We've never actually seen him have to pull out all his tricks to fight somebody. He's always calm.
We might have seen him at like 10% so far, literally.
Yeah. Here's the positive for El Coyote. This motherfucker is the most programmable person possibly that I've ever met besides for Unknown. You tell him what to do and he just does it. So if he's got a solid corner that can say, hey, this is what you need to do against Wolverine, he's definitely got a solid chance, a very solid chance. Because Coyote is good. You know, he's really good. He's tough as fuck. Wolverine, we haven't seen him have to be tough because he's so good. Nobody's really put him in a position to where he has to pull out that mental game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This fight right here, objectively speaking, I don't know that I could choose a clear winner. Neither one of them overshadows the other one. If we can get somebody that can read Wolverine in the moment to corner Coyote, I think he has a very, very good chance of winning.
I think we're going to see Wolverine turn it up. I think he's going to show out to be like, nah, motherfuckers, I'm Wolverine. You're on the OG.
I think we will too. I think he's gonna step up. He's gonna step up, and
he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coyote bad. I don't think he's gonna come into play and try to be cute like he did in his one fight he had. No.
Yeah, no. He came in to fight a guy that fight he had. He was pitter pattering with a motherfucker. I don't think he's going to do that with Coyote. I think he's going to come in there and he's going to try to knock Coyote out.
Yes.
Late in the first round or earlier in the second round.
Yeah, I think they're going to fill each other out the first round. And
For about 45 seconds.
Wolverine's going to get his distance, his timing, fill out Coyote, and then go to work and try to put him away.
Yeah, I dead serious cannot choose a person to win here because, like I said, it really depends on who is in Coyote's corner. If he's got a good corner man that can read Wolverine, like I said, he has a chance. He's got more than a chance because the dude is the most programmable boxer that we have easily on the West Coast. You tell him what to do and he just goes and fucking does it. You know?
Yeah, I like Coyote's pressure, right? The way that he pressures his opponents. You know what's interesting? I think the odds would change if this happened in the cage in Vegas.
Absolutely.
Because
it's a super small cage.
Yep. Absolutely. And it's a box. It's a square. And so he'll be able to trap Wolverine in the corners where when you go to the VA, I think it's a circle. I mean, I don't know if it's an octagon, but it looks like a circle.
Are we fighting in the OG cage we've been watching lately, or is it a whole new cage? I saw Scarface mention something about this particular event is going to be at another location or some shit like that. Or is it just the OG?
I don't know. I mean, I think it originally was supposed to be at the OGR, but I think there might be some last minute arrangements because, you know, the YouTube fighter is coming. So I don't know if that changes anything.
It's going to be at the boxing gym, inside the boxing gym, because they got rings and cages. That'll be cool.
Yeah. But I think it certainly changes, right? So if they do it in kind of the octagon circle cage, I think Coyote's going to have to be chasing him. But I think he's going to run in to a lot of pop shots chasing Wolverine. And so I think if he stays focused, right, like every Mexican fighter has, right, they have that mentality, like, I'm going to get you. I'm not going to get you now, but I'm going to get you down the line. And so I think if he has that focus, that kind of mentality going into the fight, I think he can pose a lot of issues for Wolverine. But Wolverine is definitely going to give it to him early.
Yep, I agree.
What's good, y'all?
Wolverine's slick as fuck.
I'm sorry.
But again,
but I got it.
All right, man.
Tunde
got to go. So what's that mean for us, Daniel? Can you run this shit? Or, like, what happened? That's a wrap?
What does that mean for us, Daniel?
We got 5 more minutes. That's what we got. That's what it says. Tunde, you can bounce, but we got 5 more minutes.
Okay, so I think because I broadcasted it, if I leave, it's going to end. So I'm just going to leave my computer here. And then, Daniel, you can see the end broadcast button, right?
Yeah, I can. So I think you can leave.
Okay, cool. I'm about to be out.
And if it turns off,
we don't
appreciate
fucking
y'all.
need you because you don't be answering nobody's text messages, bro.
Hey, so let me.
What's more important than this right here, Tunde?
Let me say this now. So Sunshine also hit me up too, Wero, and Sunshine was like, "Don't ignore me." So y'all are saying the same thing. Sunshine, I apologize. Wero, I apologize. I just want to be checking my Facebook messages. But yeah, good show. Appreciate y'all.
Text me your phone number. Text me your girl phone number, your girl's phone number, and your mom's phone number so I can get a hold of you, homie.
Got it.
Good talk.
All right. Yeah. So 5 more minutes. How do you want to end it?
So who do we got next, bro? We got Cody and Wolverine. I think we already did Venom Black and 619, right?
Yeah, I think we did all these.
Okay, and we did all these. Who else do we got? I know we got some.
I'm going to give you this one. I'm going to give you this one just because you actually know this person and a lot of us don't know. Right? And so this is the first. This is going to be the female fight.
J-Dub and Pixie Ryu.
Yeah, this is going to be dope. This is 1 million views right here. Watch.
Easily. So here's the thing. I'm going to be straight with y'all. I know J-Dub. She's cool as fuck. That's the homie right there.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck.
She's got fucking hands. Okay, I've watched Ryu Pixie shadowbox on one of her posts and everything, and she's decent. She's pretty good, but J-Dub is she's on another level. She's fucking mean too. She doesn't feel pain. I hate to say it, but she doesn't feel pain. You know what I mean? Like when she's sparring with her people, and I actually went to the gym with her. I went to her gym and trained with her and sparred with her a little bit. She doesn't feel pain. Like when you hit her, she doesn't care. So Ryu Pixie's gonna hit her, and J-Dub's not gonna care, and she's gonna step in there and just tag her up. Will she knock her out? I don't know. I hope so, because if she doesn't knock her out, she's probably not gonna get that win. But I think she's very, very close. Chances are she's most likely gonna knock the fuck out. She's gonna tap that chin, and it's gonna be a wrap.
And let me ask, what is her strengths? So if you were to profile J-Dub, what are her strengths going into the fight?
She's accurate and she's tough as fuck. Like, I don't think she's not pro level as far as that goes. She's not, technically, she's not super crazy good, but she is accurate. Like when I hold pads for her, she hits them exactly where I need her to hit them. You know what I mean? And she's super fucking tough. Like I said, she doesn't feel pain. For whatever reason, she doesn't acknowledge when people hit her. She doesn't give a fuck. She's like a dog with a bone. She's going to jump on that shit and stay on it, and that's going to be a wrap. So as far as her, like what she's got going on, her advantages, she's not going to care that Ryu Pixie hits her. She's going to step through it.
Yeah, she's a total fighter. I met her in Vegas, and her mentality, like, she's a fighter. Like, she can't wait to punch this chick in the face. Like, she's
loves
like a dude.
this shit.
Yeah, she loves this shit.
She loves this shit. She breaks bitches up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for her opponent.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, I haven't been able to see any of the footage, but I'm taking your word for it.
There's no footage, my friend. There is no footage.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so I'm going to take your word for it. I think she takes it. And so I think we're all going to be rooting her on.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, show that poster again. Who else we got? Just real quick, because I don't want to leave anybody out, bro. God damn this. Okay, so the Bill Collector versus Wild Card. I got
Dude,
the Bill Collector.
That mammoth fight is so nasty with Black Spartan.
I think it. Oh, yes.
Bro, Wok Lobster and UTI.
Oh.
Dude.
Man, my boy Wok versus urinary tract infection. You know I got Wok.
Yeah, you know we got Wok. Wok is just an animal, bro.
Yeah.
We have Bricks versus Black Goku. We got Bricks for sure.
We got Bricks.
Bricks be strong.
Even East Coast dudes got Bricks.
Yeah. The 1916 versus Awesome Possum. Let's talk about that shit.
That's gonna be a bad
So the 1916 has grown.
That's gonna be a fun fight. That's gonna be a fun fight.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, it's hard to choose, but I gotta have 1916. Let's see who we got. Oh, KT versus Dat Boss. I like that name, Dat Boss.
I need to see his fights. Does he have fights, Dat Boss? So I can go watch the fight.
Yeah, he does.
Has one fight. He has one fight in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I watched it, and honestly, KT's a better boxer.
No,
Especially
KT
what we saw from him versus Battleborn. He's clean, man. Real clean.
He's getting real.
Really
real
does.
boxing, man.
Yeah, when I watched that fight, I saw that Dat Boss tends to keep his hands down, especially when he gets close range. And when they're exchanging, he doesn't return his hands back to his face. And so KT normally returns. And so I just think that he'll be able to capitalize on
Advantage
that.
of that shit for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Streetbender versus Ryu Senin. I've heard a lot of different information about what this fight's going to be. Is this a kickboxing match? Is this an MMA match? I have no idea what it is. I heard kickboxing. I heard MMA. I heard just boxing. What do we got?
I don't know. It just seems like it's a modified fight. So whatever it is, it's modified.
Yeah, honestly, not knowing what kind of fight it is, it's hard to pick a winner.
So it's a
So let's
kickboxing
go
match?
Prodigy versus Instinct. So Prodigy versus Instinct. I have to have my man's Prodigy because I don't know why, but I fucking love this dude. Just because his first fight to his second fight, his first fight he came in is just a dude just fucking, let's fight. And then his second fight, he was a fucking boxer. Like, out of nowhere, he was just a fucking boxer. So he's gotten really good. Watching his training videos and watching Instinct, I have to go with Prodigy because he's got real nice hands. However, Prodigy, do not keep your hands up. Do not let this dude tag you with that right hand because Instinct has a nice right hand.
Yeah, and it looks like the Street Bender versus Ryu Senin is going to be a kickboxing match.
Kickboxing. Nice. Ooh. So I don't know if I've ever seen Street Bender as just a kickboxing match.
Yeah, he's been
I've
doing
absolutely
great. He's been doing great in his boxing.
He has. He's coming in with it when boxing. Yep.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Street Bender, he's aggressive, and so he loves to go in there. But he has to be careful because Keanu was aggressive against Ryu Senin and was caught with the spinning back fist. Right, and so I just think that he has to be careful being aggressive, but Street Bender is a dog. So
he is.
Yeah, he is. So Ryu Senin, I honestly believe is a bit more technically sound than Street Bender, but Street Bender's tough as fuck. And again, just like Unknown, toughness will get you wins. It really will. You know what I mean? If Street Bender just plants his fucking feet in the ground and just tries to murder this dude, he's gonna win. He's absolutely gonna win.
And then let's see. Okay, and I think last one, Battleborn versus Zaytoven.
Battleborn versus Zaytoven. That's a tough one to call.
That's a banger.
I mean, yeah, it's a banger. I need to see the Battleborn that we saw against Prince KT, though.
Yeah.
I think we need to see the Battleborn against Diesel.
Right?
Because we know.
Wait, is it boxing or kickboxing?
Boxing,
It's
right?
boxing.
Boxing. Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
actually,
you're right.
Is it boxing? No, I think it's kickboxing. It's kickboxing. Originally,
Then
I think it was going to start off
right before Diesel. Who's the last guy he fought? The dude he just
KT.
pieced up.
KT.
No.
He fought KT.
Oh, okay, so before KT, he pieced somebody up in kickboxing. Who was it?
Oh yeah. He did piece somebody.
That's the Battleborn we need to see. I need to see an aggressive Battleborn. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched Zaytoven's fights.
He's good. Zaytoven's actually really good. He's strong. He's quick. He hits hard. He tends to be lazy though. There's times where he's off because he has like one of those like relaxed styles, and so it seems like he's lazy, but he on the drop of a dime, it seems like he's super athletic.
Okay, so Battleborn has to be on his shit.
Yeah, Battleborn I think has to because Zaytoven fought what is that? Menace Mike, and Menace Mike was able to bring the fight to him.
I'm gonna go.
And so I think very similarly, I think Battleborn has to bring the fight to Zaytoven. I think he cannot allow Zaytoven to dictate the fight because if he does, Zaytoven looks like he hits hard, but also keeps people, at range. And he is also explosive. So I think his Battleborn has to overwhelm him with tons of pressure so that he can get Zaytoven out. But Zaytoven's tough. Like he's been in fights where I think he got dropped once and then end up winning the fight.
No shit.
He's tough. Yeah.
Okay. Toughness goes a long fucking ways. A very long ways. Like a lot of guys can just be tough and win fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's going to be a banger regardless. I think both of them in the ring together is going to be a banger. And so I think that concludes our list.
Wait. Did we pick Black Spartan and Mammoth? Did we pick that one?
No.
Who do y'all think?
That's MMA?
That is MMA.
Fuck, I gotta go with Mammoth on that motherfucker. Mammoth's a monster. I haven't seen Black Spartan MMA. I've seen him boxing. He's a beast with boxing, but I haven't seen him.
Okay.
We did. We actually did yours early. I think you were the
we did
second
yours
match
early.
we did.
I think you were the second one.
Yeah, it might have been the second or third match we did.
Extensively on your session.
So definitely check it out because we actually went into a lot of detail. So definitely check yours out.
Just know I had your back, Mustache.
I love how you. Oh man, this is hilarious. But I think there's definitely going to be a battle, right, between Mammoth and Black Spartan. They both seem like they hit really, really hard. I mean, they both look like they're no joke.
Black
you get in the ring with them.
Close. Damn.
Yeah, I don't think this is going the distance at all.
Black Spartan has that crazy aggression, like kill, you know?
Yeah. And so that's why I don't think this is making it out the first round. I think this is going to be a really short fight.
Somebody's going to put sleep.
Hey, just real quick for everybody to hear. After I fought Dangerous and banished him to the Shadow Realm, Black Spartan walked up to me and was like, dude, I'd like to fight you. So Black Spartan's like 224, though. I think he weighed in at. So just to announce right now, I plan on, after I fight Bad News, I'm going to bulk back up to about 198 or so, 196, and welcome Daddy Fat Sacks to the West Coast. And then I'm going to keep shooting to about 220, and then I plan on fighting Black Spartan because he said he wants this smoke.
That's going to be a banger. That's going to be.
Will it be though? I mean, will it be though?
I think it will. Depending on how he does against Mammoth. But this is what I would say. Fair play. Fair play.
Huh? Mammoth is that intimidation
factor along with the skill.
What the fuck is intimidation? Intimidation. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
Intimidation.
Drunk.
And so I would say this.
Mammoth isn't. What? Got that do-rag on and shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Mammoth, put on your do-rag. The do-rag Mammoth is a monster. He is a killer, right? And so when he got that do-rag on, I think the odds go with him. So definitely tell him to tie up his do-rag and let's go.
Who's always in his corner? He has Fair Play and Unknown in his corner always, right?
Yeah, I think they come from the same camp.
Cool. Yeah. Monsters.
And Black Spartan I think comes from Nasty Natives camp. So I think they're training with monsters. So I think this is going to be two monsters coming into a cage, and all hell is going to break loose.
That's going to be a crazy one.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's been fun. I'm going to let y'all sign off, but it certainly has been fun kind of going over the matches. And so for those who want to get access to this poster, go see the other show on Sunday where I'll be giving out the link there.
Wait, who the fuck got another show?
You're funny. Venom Black and Girl. See, every time.
It's the other one now.
Every time.
This is
All right, definitely support all the shows. Support, Heart in the Fight. We do our best, try to give everyone a platform. So see the other show that's coming on Sunday with Venom Black and Gorilla to get access to the full-on poster that you'll be able to print on your own and then put on your wall. And potentially what we could do is have some of the fighters sign it. So if you have a poster, bring your markers to the event and get it signed by these fighters.
Fuck yeah.
That's some game for you. That's some tips.
That's some tips from Daniel Castillo.
Absolutely. All right, until then, I'm signing off. Y'all close out the show. It's been fun, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I know we just kind of chopped it up and broke down fights today, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. There's 619 with his belt that I'm gonna just have to take from him one day. This shit looks good, bro. This shit looks real good.
Never.
It's gonna look real good in my house, homie. It's gonna look real good in my house. Kiss it while you can, homie.
I've already fucked with this belt on. You don't want this belt. How's my DNA?
I don't even give a fuck. I'll fuck with it on too.
And on this bed, had it on, and I had one of my many girls on the corner of it, and I had it on. It's crazy. It was wild. She actually said,
"Hey, bro.
Huh.
Hey, you let me when I come out there in San Diego. You let me wear that when I fuck one of your bitches." Yeah, because you know they're going to like me a little bit more than they like you. All right, man. You guys have a lovely night. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to holler at y'all. Later.